Hello, YouTube viewers. I was sitting at the corner at this river junction in Nam. This is the boat lady that will take you across for a fee to the other side where I'm looking at in the middle of the screen. She's been working all day, and she rows very nicely. I'm heading out to meet my driver, who's going to take me for an hour-and-a-half ride back to Soc Trang. And I've been hydrating all day, and hopefully my legs won't play tricks on me. I've had something like with my quads where a little stumble on some unlevel pavement is enough to, I guess you could say, provoke a spasm, and I'm trying to avoid this. So I have got 15 minutes to get to where I need to be, which is I'll be there in 5, but it's good to be early. And I just want to show you a little bit of the floating market area of Nam, which is, again, an hour-and-a-half's ride or drive from Soc Trang. Apparently, the thing to do is to watch the sunrise from this area at the floating market, which I have not seen. I have not seen YouTube's. I've just seen some posts as something definitely to do or to try and do when one is in this area. I've had an enjoyable day. It was really hot this morning, so basically we just stayed in the shade and hydrated, and everything worked out great. There's a lovely blue breeze here, and so in the shade with the breeze, and you're good to go. For some reason my other phone, where I have a plug-in smart lav mic, has overheated, so it won't allow me to live stream. So I decided to give it a rest, which is why we are broadcasting on this particular phone, whose camera is better, but I don't have a proper mic for it yet. Regardless, we can have a look at the neighboring surroundings, because I've got 15 minutes to meet my driver and I don't have far to go. If we do continue live streaming on the bike, there will be wind sound, so I might make the decision to not, or to kill the stream with the ride home, because it'll just be too noisy. Although, yeah, it'll be too noisy, because if I had my mic placed on my person, then the slipstream behind my driver Kwong would be enough to actually quiet the wind noise, but we don't have that luxury. So we're going to make the decision to keep this broadcast short and sweet, and hopefully we can see enough of this area, Nam. And the floating market is behind here, the stalls on the street. And there's fruit and lots of produce available on the market. So you can see the marquee right ahead of us. So it probably says welcome to Nang Nam, I assume. Hello. Nice to meet you too. So this is the welcome that is typical of, you could say this is rural or village, you know, a small town Vietnam where there isn't a lot of international tourism here. There's obviously Vietnamese tourism, but not so much international tourism, except for, you know, photographers and people who want to go in the not so, you know, overrun tourist spots. So yes, I have been having, let's say, authentic Vietnamese experience by spending 3 days in Soc Trang. And this is one visit area that is open to as an activity when you come to Soc Trang. But it takes an hour and a half of driving investment to get to where you to bring you here. So I got smarter in that instead of calling my guy to meet me when I'm ready, he knows that I'm going to meet him at a designated spot at 4 p.m. No ifs, ands, or buts. If he's late, that's not a problem because he knows I'm here at oh, there he is. His name is Quang. And he's a very nice gentleman, and he's early. And he has my utmost gratitude and respect because we get to leave early. So I am a man of my word. Quang is a man of his word. And I'm going to turn the camera on both of us. Quang. Yes, you're in the shade. Yeah. When you finish your drink, it's okay. I'm not going to sit. Me, no. I'm going to stand. I'm going to wait. So anyway, all is good because I get to eat barbecue. So we are 10 minutes early, and for dinner. Me, I did. Yeah. I went there and I went over there. Yeah. So Quang is just making sure that I got to patrol the market as such, and so he's looking out for me. And luckily, he didn't really need to. I pretty well understood what was needed to do here, and I really did get a very good day live streaming. Apparently my camera and the signal was quite good. It's on YouTube, and again, we're on YouTube again. Why don't I Twitter out the here we go. So I've sent a Twitter signal to our good friends, and that brought our older friends from 2 years ago back on our live stream. And I might actually keep filming even with the sound of the noise for a little while, and then I might decide to cut it if it gets too windy, too noisy, too problematic filming and biking sort of thing. So let me just stand here. Quang is enjoying himself a good drink. As you can see, I like his helmet. He has a helmet for me as well, for me to wear. And I guess I gave him specific instructions to meet me here at 4 and take me back to my hotel. and I guess all I need to do is give him the international let's go sign and off we go. But I figured I'd give you a chance to we'll wander a little bit because Quang isn't going anywhere, and he said give you, you know, let's have a peek at some of the stalls. So on the other side of the fence is the floating market. So boats unload produce onto these stalls here, and it's busy, although this is towards the end of the day, and I think that I think it starts. So I think the gentleman was trying to sell me some kind of contraband, but not interested. But thanks anyway. Anyways, so I'm trying not to be in people's way. I was asked today if I ever had some Durham fruit, not really remembering what reputation Durham fruit has, but I believe it tastes bad to some people. So I thought, why would I go out of my way to, oh look, so what wasn't sold today gets bagged up. So this probably gets shipped off to maybe like a major city like Ho Chi Minh or something to that effect. So this did not get sold today. And you know, maybe that stuff over there, if it's not breadfruit, that might be Durham fruit. I don't know. I'll have to find out. I'll have to look into that. Anyway. We still don't have any chat people, which is not a problem. My two good friends, Dave and Osaka, went live today from Kuala Lumpur, and MJ Klein went live today. Some part of Taiwan. It's a city that starts with an H, and I forget how to pronounce it. But MJ Taiwan TV Live on YouTube. Those key search words should bring you to his YouTube page. He was just live not too long ago. So Quang is up and about. I think he has a package, if that's his bike. So we shall see. And I think I might try and continue broadcasting. I'm gonna put on my sunglasses just because it's kind of an end of the day and it's glary. It might make reading the screen. So if I do get comments on this broadcast, I don't think I put the high contrast into gear. So if I'm on a bike, I won't be able to read your comments anyway, and I'm sure you'll forgive me for that. But if I can give you like a decent running commentary, we're gonna give that a good try. So Quang is having his cigarette, so we're gonna let him finish that, and we're just going to look around while we wait. So look at potatoes and 10,000 K. No, I'm okay. What? Hi. So this lady made lunch. Hi. So this is my YouTube friends. And I like the fact that she has a little look. I like this really, yes, it's really cool. She made lunch today. It was really yummy. And I had drinks here when I arrived with Quang. And I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna go with Quang. Go barbecue in Soc Trang. Barbecue tonight. I don't know. Thank you. What? I don't understand.
No, 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 no.
Oh, to pay for your drink. Ah, da. Okay, how much for his?
Trả rồi. Rồi, sáng tính rồi.
Yeah, no.
Ê, ông ơi là tiền 2 chai nước rồi sáng.
He has how much?
Rồi sáng tính chung luôn rồi. Chung luôn. Hồi sáng là tính chung luôn là 100. Bây giờ không có lấy nữa, không có lấy nữa.
He has a drink? No?
No, no.
Thank you so much, Campbell.
Okay.
So I think she's given him a freebie, and that's that. Come on, we go? We're ready. So I'm trying to avoid any awkward goodbyes. Please just make it simple. So he's very smiley. I think he has a package, and so I think he needs to turn his bike around, and we're gonna go off to Soc Trang, and it takes a full hour and a half. And there's a section of road not far from here that is very gravelly. It's like under construction. It reminds me of Montreal construction season. So I'm gonna hang on with one arm for sure. And the wind is gonna be an issue. And
One.
All right, and so this
One.
okay. So this
Không có biết nói đâu. Ra dấu không à, như người câm vậy.
okay, let me just no. Right. Okay, so my helmet is on. Let me do the front face because we need to see where we're going. My backpack's on, and I need to watch
Quay
my
Bye.
my legs. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Onward,
Yeah.
McDuff. So my jeans are a bit
Bắn
tight
màu hết
because
gái
it's a
ơi.
humid day, and he's negotiating the potato stall. Potatoes. And here we are. So I think I have enough stretch in my pants to. I have enough stretch in my pants to take the potholes and the gravelly road, because sometimes we swerve out of live chickens in the road, stuff like that. So if I keep the phone this close, you will hear the wind, but at least you will also hear my running commentary, and hopefully it'll be an interesting hour and a half ride if I decide to live stream that long. The sun is low down, so there's different lighting at this time of day, and the temperature thankfully is somewhat cooler. So Quang is going quite at a leisurely pace. So that's it's nice of him, because I don't want to necessarily leave in a huff. So yeah, the lady with the little diamond in her tooth really made some good food preparation. I didn't necessarily eat everything that was given to me, but I did give it a good tasting, meaning, I ate a good portion of the fish that was prepared, and I ate the spare ribs that were made, and I ate most of my vegetables, ate my rice, so it was good. And Quang had something to drink, so we pretty well know how the morning started. And then I had some amazing reconnections with good internet friends that I I haven't seen in 2 years, pre-COVID, when I was here in Vietnam live streaming on a daily basis. We all had fun then, and we had some fun yet again today. So that was a nice surprise because they just popped up without my knowing, you know, if they would or not. There were no expectations on my part, as there are none now. So one thing is for sure, my helmet wasn't properly secured to my head on the drive in today. The wind kept pushing it back, and Quang actually was able to fix the clip because I was having an issue. It wouldn't clip properly, so now it's secured to my chin, so the wind shouldn't actually put it back. And I think he was kind of forewarned that I had some you know, like above the knee pain issues with my legs, and I have a feeling this is why we're going at the pace we're going. But I expect he is going to pick up as we get past this rough part. Anyways, so enjoy the view while the light lasts, and I'll try and keep the camera steady. And so this is the tributary leading into Nang Nam, where the floating market meets. And I just had a marvelous day here watching all of the boat traffic at the crossroads, I guess, if you call it a crossroad, at that corner cafe. And interestingly, the drink that I ordered there, which was like a fruit, like a type of a peach tea, cost all of 15,000 dong, which is less than $1. And they threw in a whole picture of iced oolong tea on top of that. And in fact, I enjoyed the oolong tea better than I enjoyed the sweet peach tea, which I barely drank a third of. So it's been a marvelous day, hydrating, staying out of the direct sun, feeling the breeze, and connecting with people from the past. Oh, look at so the taxpayers, I guess, of this region have obviously earned some kind of road resurfacing, which is good to see, because this is in the interior, but also for the extreme south. So I would expect they are a low priority to, you know, government infrastructure funds, because I don't think that this is a particularly wealthy part of Vietnam. I mean, there are a lot of people in this area, so I guess collectively it's probably the reason why they have funds to improve the infrastructure. I'm just making, like, what you would say, an educated guess based on things that I've seen in Ho Chi Minh City, where it's an urban center and it's also a tourist draw. The streets are really well paved and well, you know, well maintained, good graphics. And so you see we are in like rough gravel, and I would hate to take a tumble in this stuff. And I trust Quang's abilities emphatically. So I realize that my narration is a bit staggered and stuttered, but at least I'm not making, you know, grammatical errors, and trying to keep them to a minimum. And hopefully with practice I can pick up the pace as the delivery goes. So yeah, I don't like this kind of road, but we did it this morning, and it doesn't last very long. We're coming to an end, and it gets better a little further down. I do not see any comments, although they would be hard to read because I'm on a smaller phone, and the sun's glare on the screen would make it challenging to actually read small text. So I'm kind of glad I don't have to, because I'm also wearing sunglasses, so that also diminishes my ability to see what's on the phone screen. Okay, so we're coming up to regular road. So there are some farm animals in this vicinity in the next, let's say, 10-20 minutes, which we got to be mindful about. And then the road will get progressively better and faster as we move to a 2-lane highway, as opposed to this, well, yeah, I guess it's, no, it's a 1-lane highway, or a half a lane. Yeah, half a lane. So they do that when they come up behind you to let you know they're coming, for you to scooch over to the right. That way you don't get sideswiped into a ditch. Thank you. That's very considerate. I'm just realizing that at this pace of the ride back, it's making for a better live stream. And I can occasionally turn to the tributary here. And I did notice on the way here that there are a lot of lush blooming flowers on the very side of the road. And they're very concentrated. So chickens, so it's most appreciated because it's not this lush everywhere in Vietnam. I remember being up in the north, and it's a lot more arid in the north, as opposed to here in, I guess, the very end of the Mekong Delta. Is that possible? I'll have to recheck for that. But the Mekong Delta is at least in the vicinity of Ho Chi Minh, and I don't know how much further south it goes. So we need to check that a little more carefully. And yes, people earlier were concerned about dogs getting hit. They tend to be very connoisseur of their area. And obviously, the Darwin Awards would have gotten them early on if they didn't get the memo. So most animals that you see know enough to get out of the way on the road. Otherwise, they end up being roadkill. Cafe, C-A-P-H-E, means a coffee shop. There are about 5 different ways of spelling coffee. Generally, they are kind of phonetic of the French. So cafe means like coffee in French. And they have different ways of spelling it, which is really cute, quaint, interesting, and it keeps you on your toes. And another very simplistic thing about food, like certain proteins. So ga is chicken and bo is beef, like bo for beef. And ga, I'm not sure how that was chosen for. And cha, C-H-A, I believe, is pork. So if you're just like certain types of protein, you know, like if you're just into pork and beef, and you're pointing and you can just say those two words, and with rice and vegetables, and you're pretty well okay ordering from menus that are in Vietnamese. I'm trying to think whether or not I'm checking out tomorrow, or if it's the day after tomorrow. If today is the 7th, then that means tomorrow is the 8th, and I have another evening here in Soc Trang. But I'm not sure. I might actually have to figure out where my next destination goes. In fact, my good friend Tam, I mentioned to him that I needed advice or suggestions as a destination place for me to choose to leave Soc Trang from, which would likely be by bus. So some type of recliner bus, because it's a 6-hour ride from Soc Trang to Ho Chi Minh, and I would want to go somewhere further north of Ho Chi Minh, so it might be like an 8-hour bus. And would it make sense for me to do an overnighter bus and arrive in the morning? Something to think about. So I'm going to be discussing this with Tam tonight as to what my best strategy is and where it is that I'm going to go. I could, look at like top 10 destinations for southern Vietnam, southern to mid Vietnam, and see where that brings me. My iPad is at my hotel room presently. It's charged up and I can bring with, and there's always that. So I'm quite grateful for the lighting conditions that we're getting here at this time of day, and also the speed within which Quang is choosing to drive me at, because he was definitely quicker this morning. So we left about 5 minutes earlier than scheduled. So, we'll probably make the same amount of time on the way back. I think there might be less traffic at this time of day, and it's really good light for you guys, and for us, because the sun is in our back, and it's perfect. So if the sun sets in the west, well, I would think we were heading south, but we might be heading east, and then we're going to turn south. But wait a minute, the sun sets in the west, and it looks like it's it feels like, wait, no, it's not directly behind me, it's to my right. So we're heading south, and then we're going to turn east to Soc Trang. That makes sense. I gotta change hands now. There we go. Good. So I have to keep the phone. Alright, that's pretty hairy, but people are kind of, they measure well. They measure reactions, they measure distance, stopping distance, swerving distance, and the like. So nobody is, Mario Andretti, it doesn't have expression behind the wheel. So it looks like, what is this, a luxury car? A sedan? Well, it's a Hyundai. can see the back of Qual's head because I need to speak to him. When I'm not speaking, I can do this. Before we find any significant improvement. Has fallen asleep and taking advantage to readjust. Not helping, but I gave it a good try. The light seems much better the lower the sun gets for the camera. So I'm kind of grateful for that. I like this little village. So I don't know what the name is, but I'm hopeful that there's some kind of location ability on YouTube. I haven't really looked into it, but we're on the way to Soc Trang, and we left Nang Nam. It looks like school is out. Lady, stop blocking traffic. It's people like that that cause accidents, at least for me. She's too cool to wear her helmet. I guess she doesn't want to mess up her hair. There is a law though that the Vietnamese are they respect, like there's some rules they don't follow, but the helmet law, or the helmet rule is, and I assume is because they are fined if they're caught riding without helmets. And if it makes them comply, then all the better, because it means less serious head injuries, paralysis. When you have a head injury, it's hard to recover from it. You could become a paraplegic, and that's expensive. So your quality of life could it could be very serious. So a simple thing of wearing a helmet, and yes, if you break a bone or two, you might recover. But a head injury and a helmet, it's a no contest. Wear your helmet. And I get to talk into the mic and keep a steady hand here. I think you saw them. So I guess that's a duck farm or some kind of holding pen for ducks. Although I did not see any roadside duck rotisseries like I saw in Tamcock. And I believe that one of my live viewers was not happy when I did order some roasted duck 2 years ago. I don't go out of my way to upset people, except if I'm being deliberate about it. See, that kind of maneuver is where accidents can happen to a guy like me, who might not react properly if it's suddenly thrust upon you and you don't have a lot of experience on a bike. I used to know the name of like a roadside no-tell motel, a type of place where, you know, you're out in the country, you're driving, and you just need like an inexpensive place to stop, and they have a particular name, and they're all over the country, and I forget what they're called, but you would expect to see them on the roadside here. I think locals use them for clandestine, you know, meetings and trysts and stuff, and travelers also use them for the convenience. So I'm thinking to myself, even if I don't have very many live stream viewers, restreamers or replay viewers, it doesn't matter because I'm enjoying this footage. Cement maker. I'm enjoying this footage, and also gives me kind of a baseline as to what kind of footage I can expect on the back of a bike, and with having the sun off oblique angle, what the kind of conditions for lighting, color, all that, and I'm sure there's something in my clip that I can use if I was looking to put a story together and I needed some filler footage. So I guess that the kids have been let out from school and they have bikes, and you can see how they keep to the side of the road, and they also drive in single file. And it looks like they do this on a daily basis, and it's good to see that they're doing it with confidence, and I'm sure they will get home safely. Fortunately, the wind is not shifting my helmet like it was doing it earlier today. So I think we might only be about a half hour in, so we got another hour. Or maybe a little more, because we're going at a slower pace than what we did this morning.
Chưa, có gì không? Chưa về, chút xíu mới về. Hả? Hello. Rồi, có lâu không? Rồi, chưa về. Chút xíu nữa về.
I like these blossoms. I guess the river brings a lot of benefits to this land in the form of transportation and probably in the form of nutrients. I assume, nutrients can come as far away as China, and they come down, I guess the Mekong River, right? Originates in China. And so Vietnam is the beneficiary of all of that southern flowing nutrient traffic. Just look at everything that's growing here. It's getting their vitamins from someplace, right? These are really healthy plants and trees. And they must get watered somehow. I don't think it's like people actually water them. They're actually able to draw water from their surroundings. So there must be an interesting water table here that I don't understand, but somebody, with some expertise can explain it to me. Because everything is looking well watered. and Soc vibe about them. I think it was a hair thing. Quang's riding is adapting to the extra weight that I'm bringing to his bike, so he knows exactly how much to reduce speed, which is interesting. I'm beginning to feel saddle sore. It's okay. Chicken, or ga is what chicken is called. At least the chicken that ends up on your plate. And lemongrass ga is delicious. Mai Lin happens to be the name of a reputable taxi company for both Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, but not so much out here in the States. More local, like rural companies have a better reputation than Mai Lin out here. So I've been told. I think the timing is just perfect for my return. We will be arriving before dusk, which is great because dusk is a strange time of day for visibility and traffic. We were following the girl with the long hair for quite some time, and I'm not sure if she let the other person pass her or not, but she'll catch up. But hospital. So I believe that Vinaphone is the other big phone company, but I have used Viatel because I think research has said Viatel is the one that covers the largest area in the country. And I have to say, they have, in my experience, and I've been all over. Okay, so this is weird. And we're on. Wage long P. And the truck is leaving us in a wake of dust, which is getting in our eyes. Luckily, I'm wearing my sunglasses because it's not fun. A meeting spot in Town Square, I guess. I love this. I love it whenever people have joy and want to be seen by a random stranger live streaming. It's fun, and the smiles are genuine. I remember a certain smile that I got when I was on a bus, or no, actually it was like a transport, like almost like a hayride, and it was in Myanmar or Burma, and there was a truckload of people, and I think I was filming with my digital camera, and I remember the smiles I got from people in the back of a truck when we rode up to them. So this is the major highway, and this is a crossroads intersection. Of course, it requires finesse. And now it's a straightaway to Soc Trang. you gotta watch for pedestrians and locals, because some of them are a little bit, let's say, carefree. This broadcast is brought to you by Viatel SIM. water.
Rớt gì vậy?
It's water.
Qua này. Bỏ. Đây, không. Bỏ luôn ha.
We're still going. So we dropped my bottle of water and we made an executive decision to leave it by the side of the road because my legs are too stiff to get on and get off. So we weren't going to ask a random stranger to pick it up for us and bring it over. And I'm hopeful that that was the only thing that was, you know, these side pockets with the little mesh, they're never really secure. And especially on my day bag, it's in the wrong position. So I've lost several bottles of water or drinks from there. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. You don't want to, you know, you don't mess on a highway. So I've never had a phone call come in on a live stream before. And I didn't realize that the live stream could keep going. So it looks like we're still going. according to my watch, we're about 12 minutes away. So we're definitely heading east. As the sun sets in the west. I've noticed people out here definitely have a darker complexion than Vietnamese from Hanoi and maybe even Ho Chi Minh. So apparently if you have a dark complexion, it's because you work in the fields, as the saying goes. Whether that's absolutely true, I don't know. But definitely notice that the complexion is darker here in this town. Smells good here. Smells like dinner. So we're approaching civilization. Is that an appropriate thing to say? We're coming in on, I guess, the city of Soc Trang. I'm wondering what Kwong picked up at the market, because he has a box. So I'm assuming the box came from something that he picked up at the market. It could be vegetables, it could be fruits, it could be anything. I'm gonna readjust me butt. Because I have saddle. Okay, that actually helped a lot. I think Vinaphone is really pushing to be the dominant carrier out here, which is interesting because I'm broadcasting on Viatel, and as far as I know, Viatel has excellent bandwidth out here. So these little road treadmark things are telling me that we're probably gotten a lot closer to Soc Trang. So this might be a borough that's just outside of. I'll check it for the signs. Yeah, Domi. Ceramic statuary. Oh, we have arrived. I recognize our place. Excellent. Okie dokie doke. Yeah. One piece. Cameron, so it's just a question of settling up with Kwang. And thank you. And we had an agreement, but I'm going to I'm going to give him more than what we agreed to. Kwang?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
That felt good. Getting off the bike also felt good. And look, we have our favorite tree, and it's So this is for Happy Gora. It gets watered. It gets watered, I guess, every day, if every other day. And look at how healthy it looks. It looks magnificent. So I need to call my dinner guest host because we're having barbecue tonight, and I just need to get up to my room and freshen up, and then maybe I will live stream with Tam and family. We'll see, because certain things are sacred as such, and I don't want to cheapen our friendship, because we got to know each other pretty intensely, pretty quickly, and he knows I live stream, but I don't have to live stream every aspect of my vacation, and I know you guys understand. But I was asked so I will bring it to him that some viewers wanted to know if we were going to live stream tonight. I have no idea. We'll see where it brings. So my favorite dwarf tree, and I'm thinking about you, Happy Gora, and hope to hear from you in a couple of days and get the good news. Take care. Bye for now.